Happy Friday, everybody. I'm so excited. First, we're going to welcome tonight's guest. This guest, she's guesting for two. This Christmas, she's eating for two and shopping for blue. Fox and Friends first co-host, Carly, I'm So Pregnant Shimkus. He's so outspoken, he leaves the libs broken. Social scientist and YouTube host, Hotep Jesus. She's so green, she recycles all her hate mail. Fox News contributor, Gutfeld. And finally, Santa accused him of blocking his airspace. My massive sidekick in the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, Tyrus. All right, before we get to some news stories, it's Friday, so it's time for the live pie eating contest with the audience. Nah, I didn't. Just joking. It's time for this.
Greg's Leftovers.
Yeah, it's Leftovers, where I read the jokes we didn't use this week. And as always, it's my first time reading them, so here we go. First off, former federal government official Sam Brinton has been fired after multiple arrests for swiping luggage at airports. Police say if you recognize the clothes Brinton wore as your own, get a new stylist.
My goodness.
U.S. Senator-elect John Fetterman has a cameo appearance in a new Netflix crime drama starring Christian Bale to be released next month. During a grocery store robbery, Fetterman plays the role of stolen vegetable. Don't clap! No! Terrible people. I'm ashamed of my audience. The FDA has approved a new pill that treats diabetes in cats. It comes in a specially designed bottle that's easier to push off the kitchen counter. Is that funny, really? No, that was a courtesy laugh.
Courtesy laugh.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm here for.
You want to see what we do to writers who write really bad jokes? This is what we do.
How did you have that feet up?
Because I knew we'd have a bad joke. For some reason, I could just keep watching that. I don't know why. A 90-year-old woman finally graduated from college 71 years after first enrolling. She says she hasn't landed a job yet because her first question in every interview is, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Now she plans to spend the summer backpacking across the villages. That's funny. And she's especially thankful her student loans were forgiven by President Coolidge. A toilet used by John Lennon at a mansion he shared with Yoko Ono will be put on display at Liverpool Museum. Fans are thrilled as it will remind them of her music. That is so good. Although she is underrated, but that was funny. U.S. scientists successfully created a nuclear fusion reaction by heating a target to over 5 million degrees. Until now, of course, the only thing to reach that temperature was a McDonald's apple pie. What's up with that? Several U.S. Army soldiers are under investigation after sexually explicit photos of them appeared on social media wearing bondage gear and dog masks. And if you want to see them, simply do a Google search for big black cocker spaniels.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you just said it. The Whale, starring Brandon Fraser as a 600-pound man, earned the biggest limited opening of the year in New York and LA this week. It also earned praise for being the first feature film to be shot entirely in a sizzler. Is it? It also earned a Golden Globe nomination for Best Sweatpants. Did we really need a follow-up joke? I don't know. Let's watch some more whipping. All right, in a new interview, producer Ryan Murphy says he stands by the Jeffrey Dahmer series despite backlash over the show. He said his only regret is that he didn't include a scene at Dahmer's favorite restaurant, Five Guys. That's funny. And finally, my two favorite words, together. A study finds that 1-minute bursts of activity during daily tasks could actually prolong your life. And if the study is true, Jeffrey Toobin will live to be 1,000. All right, before we get to a story, we also need to do this.
Greg's corrections. And why you should never ever doubt him again.
Yeah. Wednesday night, while discussing the arrest of Sam Bankman-Fried in the Bahamas, this happened. This is what I got from my sources in the Bahamas. That it was the Bahamians, the Bahamian police, that arrested him because he owed...
Bahamian.
Bohemian?
Yeah, you go Bahamian.
Wow, you didn't know that?
Bohemian?
Bahamian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Bahamian.
It's never been that. No one's ever
Bahamian.
said that.
Okay. Shut up, everybody. Turns out, I was right and they were wrong. As verified by worldatlas.com, quote, the citizens of the Bahamas are known as Bahamians. Not Bohemians, Bahamians. In conclusion, I am the smartest man alive, and I should never be questioned by anyone at any time. All right, finally, on to some actual news. Disclosing Elon's location earned them a 7-day vacation. Elon Musk suspended at least half a dozen journalists yesterday, accusing them of violating Twitter's rules against doxing. Some of the accounts belong to reporters who covered or tweeted about the battle between Elon and a college freshman who was tracking his private jet flights. Elon tweeting, quote, they posted my exact real-time location, basically assassination coordinates, in obvious direct violation of Twitter terms of service. 7-day suspension for doxing, some time away from Twitter is good for the soul. That was good. Keith Olbermann, you remember that guy? Keith Olbermann? He was the highest profile person to be suspended, meaning there were no high profile people who were suspended. And that's all there is to it, Carly. You know, I feel like we're like the broadcasting version of the nativity scene.
Why?
Because you're like Mary with the little baby.
Oh.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes.
So would you be a wise man?
I am.
No, he's the burro.
Like the dog.
Well, at least you didn't say ass.
I'm obviously the little drummer boy.
Yeah. So, Carly.
Yeah?
I am going to defend Elon Musk in saying that this was more about his family than it was about policy.
Yeah. Well,
what do you think?
Well, okay, so he was mad because apparently he was doxxed, and then it wound up in a stalking situation.
Yeah.
So this is interesting also because I believe that because these people have been suspended, you can't really see exactly what they tweeted, so it's like hard to check. But I think that if they posted his location in real time, then they deserve to get suspended. But if they just posted an article about him getting doxxed, then you shouldn't get suspended.
No.
Yeah. So there's a difference there.
Yeah.
The other thing I want to say about Elon Musk, though, is he has become the ultimate Trump-like figure on Twitter because he is trolling everybody and making them lose their minds. And then you have all these people who are tweeting that it will be their last tweet, and they are leaving Twitter, and it is positively hilarious.
Well, you know what it is? He's treating Twitter like a rich guy treats a boat. I got a boat. I'm going to just drive it around the bay so all my neighbors see it.
Yep.
Look at this giant boat. Big steering. He's like Geraldo. And then it's like Twitter is his boat. He's just driving the boat around the harbor. Ha, ha, ha. You're out of here. Hotep. I do think that he was like, he's basically going, okay, if you know my locations, you're going to know my family location. That's doxing. So he kind of pulled the dad card, maybe. What do you think?
Yeah, this is very murky waters we're dealing with here.
Yeah.
Who's the lady out in California handling the Sam Bankman-Fried thing that looks like James Brown?
Maxine Waters.
Maxine Waters.
I'm glad I knew that.
Wow.
How did I get that?
The hair.
Yeah.
Good hair.
I mean, the past few years, she goes around and she's basically authorizing violence against public officials, et cetera, et cetera. Communists are radicals, and they have a history of being radical and being radicalized. And we're starting to see that manifest through the media and their propaganda. We're in dangerous waters. When I think about these journalists, the only punishment I can think of is that whipping tape you put out.
The problem is they would probably enjoy it.
They would probably enjoy it, yeah.
It does kind of appear, in a way, Kat, hypocritical, but is it really? Because, I mean, doxing is always wrong. That's always part of the policy. So him doing it, like, if it's always in Twitter. It's part of the rules.
Well, it is the definition of hypocritical because he tweeted last month, "My commitment to free speech extends even to not banning the account following my plane, even though it's a direct personal safety risk." So he said that. And it's not really doxing because it's public information. That's why it is murky, as you said, because I don't know which Musk I'm supposed to comment on, that Musk or this Musk. Or now he's saying, okay, well, should I, he posted a poll, should I unban them now or should I unban them in 7 days? So it's not as though they're being permanently suspended. Doxing, I don't know if you can really call it that either because this was publicly available information. I think that it would, if he's going to say, he can obviously do whatever he wants. If he's going to be a free speech absolutist, then you should be allowing that. But again, if it's a 7-day suspension, if he's going to go back on it and he has the ability to sort of change his mind after feedback, I think that in any case that's a good thing.
I mean, I would quarrel with you mildly over the idea of public information because everything is almost public now. You can find out my phone number, unfortunately. Don't call me.
Stop putting it out.
I know.
Okay, before we start, you are so petty.
I knew you were going to
So
Bahamian?
petty. You mean on Wednesday night he sat in his little cabin going, they said I was wrong. I can't sending emails out across the country to get somebody to back him up.
Yeah, and in my defense, I didn't know that was what you're talking about because I wasn't listening.
So you were just agreeing with Tyler?
I was like, bohemian is a word, and
Right, yeah. And I said Bahamian, but you know, you are just petty. And you are just like the little journalist.
Yeah.
Because being suspended for Twitter for 7 days. If I was a child and instead of a spanking, my mother's like, "You're off Twitter for 7 days," I'd be like, "Please don't make it 10. Like whatever you do, like anything but that." Like, the reason why he did it was because it led to somebody crazy stalking him. I don't think if that would have happened, he probably wouldn't have done it. But again, 7 days.
Yeah.
That's a first world punishment.
But my favorite is my favorite is the CEO of a company going, it's pretty good if you just take a 7-day break.
Yes.
Like, what kind of
For my
business
product,
strategy
he's
is
just
that?
being facetious.
For my product.
Like, you're
It's
leaving
hilarious.
anyways. It's bad and horrible. So it should be the best thing ever to get away from 7 days. Because why come for? Do they keep coming back? If you write, "This is my last tweet," it means this is not my last tweet. It's like Kat always talks about on Tyrus and Tim when someone posts a picture of them crying, just so people will say, "You're so brave."
So brave. Yeah.
I don't know. I will never tell our viewers to take a week off from this show.
They can't.
Because I'm too greedy. I need to pay off that boat. I call it Geraldo's
So
dream.
petty.
Yeah.
Just petty. That's the name of your boat, SS Petty.
Yeah.
Bahamian. You'll never forget that.
You won't let us.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.